Hello guys, and welcome to another brand new episode of our Coach's Corner series. If you're enjoying the series, please give the videos a like and please subscribe to the channel, it means a lot. Today we have two fantastic guests on the series. The first is Jack Hadley, who is a Premier League Academy goalkeeping coach. And then the second is distinguished professional goalkeeper Asmir Begovic, who I'm delighted has agreed to appear on this, and I hope he'll bring you some great value and insight into how he's dealing with the current pandemic and everything he's doing at the moment. So don't forget to press the little red subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hi Matt, firstly I hope you're well and all your goalkeepers are well, and everyone's getting through this tough time at the moment. Thank you very much for having me on the Coach's Corner series. Really enjoyed the videos, especially the one Neil and Lee done last week. Really good to see how them guys are getting on, how they're adapting. Firstly, a bit about my background. So I started coaching in 2012, I believe it was, round about roughly the same time we met on the coaching course of Level 2 Goalkeeping. And when I was on that course, I was working in the community department at Chelsea, sort of running soccer schools, the goalkeeping development centres, and then I moved into the academy where I'm currently now in my second year as a goalkeeping coach, working mainly with the 11s and 12s age groups. Also in September 2019 started running Asmir Begovic's goalkeeping academy for him in Surrey, which has been a really good project to be a part of and is going well so far, so yeah, really enjoying that. How has sort of coronavirus pandemic affected me and how I'm adapting over the situation? So yeah, it was a big shock. Obviously, when it came out, we sort of knew the rough scale of it was going to be a bit of a delay on the sport and the whole sort of community really, but didn't expect it to be this long and how we've had to adapt as coaches and players. For me personally, with coaching, it's been a whole completely different sort of change, because with coaching you're usually planning throughout the day, then coaching in the evenings, afternoons, weekends, you've got matches, and now all that's sort of gone out the window and you feel like the football season's sort of over in terms of games and all that, so you're sort of really replanning and sort of preparing for a long pre-season and a long next season. What we're doing to sort of overcome that with the academy goalkeepers on Asmir's academy program, we're doing virtual sessions, which I'm sure you're doing, and I've seen a lot of your stuff on YouTube, which is great. So we're doing Zoom sessions with the goalkeepers at least 2 times a week. We're also integrating in a fitness sort of session, so we're getting external people to come in. We've had yoga sessions, we've also had sort of Q&As, we've had quizzes, little bits to keep the goalkeepers and their families occupied and adapting to the situation. I think the best sort of parts that come out of this is, as a coach, it's really made me think about the things I sort of didn't take into context as much. So obviously when you're coaching, you're preparing your session, the technical points for your goalkeepers, but in terms of maybe the other stuff they need, maybe more for the physical part, it's definitely made me think about how important that is, and other sports and how they can affect their goalkeepers. So I've been watching a lot of handball, cricket, tennis, different sort of ball hand reaction games that the goalkeepers can improve on to help with their hand-eye coordination, reactions, hand speed, those sort of things. And also the nutritional part, so speaking to people and looking at the diet and how does that change now the goalkeepers aren't training as much physically and preparing for games. How can we keep them fit and healthy? So yeah. In terms of any advice that I give to young goalkeepers or goalkeepers who even have experience at different levels, the first thing I would say is have my 3 key points really. I have a routine, because I found that's the biggest thing for anyone, whether you're at school, whether college, playing professionally, semi-pro, whatever sort of your background is in goalkeeping. To have a routine throughout the day keeps you mentally prepared for it, but also can help you sort of plan your week and plan your training, and sort of, rather than taking it by week, plan it day by day to give yourself sort of the best chance of maintaining a program really. I've also found that looking at other aspects of your game that you might not look at as much, so maybe analysing stuff if you're lucky enough to have clips to watch, or you can video yourself back in the garden doing sessions. With us being very lucky goalkeepers, that we're a very specialist position, and a lot of our time is spent in small groups or even one-to-one sessions with coaches, so you know your key points really in terms of what you're trying to improve. So that's the sort of advice I would give any goalkeepers in the back garden, to start filming sort of their clips, sending them into Matt, because I'm sure Matt would help you out and give you feedback like he's been doing. Those sort of things are really important for a goalkeeper, but also focusing on sort of your strengths as well. As a goalkeeper, don't always feel like this time has got to be spent improving the things that you know need improving, in terms of if you're good at diving, or you're good at taking crosses or distribution 1v1s, keep practicing those to build up a strength, because you can work a lot technically and help yourself improve. Any other advice I would give would be to try something different. So like I talked about yoga we was doing with the goalkeepers to help improve flexibility and recovery from games. That's a massive part of a goalkeeper as well. Now developing the physical side, you've got to be physically stronger, physically fitter than previous goalkeepers before you, because the position's changing. Obviously distribution is important with the game changing as well, being able to cope with the ball at your feet under pressure. So practice your distribution, whether it's 1 or 2 touch off a wall, is really, really important. And the other advice I would say as well is to watch different sports. Try something in terms of, like I was saying about tennis, reactions, anything that's going to help you improve as a goalkeeper. Any other sport is great, so do some research, watch YouTube, there's loads of great stuff on there, obviously Matt's channel, but other goalkeeping things. So just try and broaden your sort of knowledge, and really use this time to improve yourself as a player, as a goalkeeper, as an athlete as well.
So the teams that I've played for in my career, started my career at Portsmouth. I was there from 16 until the age of about 22. Then I went to Stoke City, spent another 5.5 years there. Moved to Chelsea for a couple of years, been at Bournemouth, been on loan to Karabakh, and now currently at AC Milan. So had a big career, long career so far. Plenty of loan spells in my early days at Portsmouth, to Yeovil, to Macclesfield, to Bournemouth, Ipswich, so La Louvière in Belgium for a year. So I've done the rounds, but yeah, my current team is AC Milan. Yeah, the current pandemic has obviously affected me and then the whole world, as we know. We got shut down a couple months ago now, and I think the biggest positive was able to spend a lot of time with my family. That was a big positive that got me through everything, and that was an important thing. And then secondly, it's affected us the fact that we can't train on the pitch. As goalkeepers, we need the ball. Of course, we need servers. So very tricky to do a lot of things yourself, but I've been able to keep fit, do a lot of cardio work, do a lot of self-analyzing in the past, looking at ways to improve in the future, doing some hand-eye coordination drills, footwork drills in small spaces. So just trying to stay as active as possible and engaged as possible. Very lucky to have my own goalkeeping academies, two locations at the moment, one in London and one in Sarajevo. And actually that's been, through this phase as well, a really good thing to get to get together with my coaches, become a little bit more engaged, of course, as I'm traveling a lot and not there on the ground as much as I'd like to be. Trying to learn from the work that we've done in the past, put some plans in place for the future, and of course become as good of an academy as we can. But we're still trying to provide classes. We're trying to provide some sessions and ideas for our goalkeepers, trying to keep them engaged in different ways, if possible, as well as we can. And I think so far we've done a really good job, and the coaches have done a great job. So always trying to be positive and make the best out of every situation. My biggest advice to other goalkeepers, the people, first to work hard, of course. I mean, that goes without saying. But my biggest advice is obviously to always stay positive and listen to all your coaches. I've been able to pick up little bits and pieces from all my coaches throughout my career. And I think if you can do that and add that to your game, then I think you'll always be better. Go into every situation open-minded, open your eyes, learn from the best, the people around you, and I'm sure you can always add something. You'll develop your own style as you go on throughout the years, but you can always do things to learn and open your eyes and ultimately become the best person and best goalkeeper possible.